Hey guys, so today's upload is a little different than the previous videos I've been uploading. My Gladiator is due for an oil change, so I figured I'd bring you guys along, kind of do a step-by-step for like an at-home oil change with the Gladiator, kind of show you what you need. The little quirks with the EcoDiesel, it's different because it's the Gen 3 EcoDiesel, so there were like some different things that I ran into. Thankfully, the forums and just online, I could figure it all out. But yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys along. So the first thing you guys are gonna need, obviously, is oil. So I went with the Pennzoil Platinum Euro Full Synthetic. There is a Mopar specific oil, but you can pretty much use any 5W40 oil that's made for diesel, as long as it has the MS12991 rating. So a lot of it is your Euro oils that will have that rating. Just make sure it has that. I made a mistake, bought the non-Euro oil. It didn't have that rating, and you know, I want to stick with my warranty, so just make sure you have that. Another little quirk is the oil filter. So when you go to get an oil filter, you know, most of the time you run to AutoZone, Advanced Auto, that kind of thing. I ran there, said I need an oil filter for Gladiator EcoDiesel 3.0, and they gave me a filter that was just a cartridge, which it wasn't their fault. In their system, that's the filter that was coming up. But for the Gen 3 EcoDiesel, it's actually a filter that has like the cartridge and the cap all combined. So this is kind of like glued in here. It looks a little loose, but it doesn't come out. I don't know what the difference is, but you want to use the right filter. So it's this filter. The part number is 68507598AA. So yeah, just make sure you get the right filter. The only thing is, so the Gen 1 and Gen 2 EcoDiesel's filter is like $9. This filter is like $90 from the dealership, and I think you can find it online for like 75 bucks. So it's kind of pricey. It makes the whole oil change kind of expensive, but I mean, you want to be running the right stuff. Next thing you're gonna need is a 13mm wrench or socket, whichever, to take the oil drain cap off down at the oil pan, and a 1 1/16 socket. You're gonna want at least like a 10-inch extension, and then obviously a ratchet for that. I couldn't find my extension for my smaller ratchets, so I just have this freaking massive ratchet. Lastly, you're gonna want some type of funnel for filling it back up so you don't make a mess. And also, my truck's lifted on 40s. Excuse my sweat. It's like 100 degrees out today, but I need to get it done. I have a trip this weekend, so I'm making the video now. But my truck's lifted on 40s, so I can fit this 5-gallon bucket underneath to drain the oil into. You're gonna want some type of bucket underneath there, obviously, to catch the oil. I think it's 9 quart of oil it takes, so you know, any bucket that'll hold 9 quart when you're draining it out. But yeah, all right, let's go. So at this point, you want to crawl underneath the vehicle, have your bucket positioned under the drain plug, and then use your 13mm wrench to break the drain plug loose. Now it shouldn't be too tight, so it's just kind of like 1 or 2 half turns to break it loose, and then you can just twist it the rest of the way out with your fingers. You want to make sure you don't drop the drain plug into the bucket, because then you're going to be fishing around through the oil to find it, and nobody wants to do that. So now that we've drained the oil, we can go ahead and replace the oil filter, which is down in, it's on the driver's side. I'm not sure if you can see it here. It's down in right here. So you use your 1 1/16 socket with the extension on, back that out, and then we'll drop the new one in. It's a little tricky to get to, but you can just kind of push these out of the way and get in there. So now that we replaced the filter and I crawled underneath and replaced the oil drain plug, I didn't do that on camera, sorry, but make sure you remember to do that because that is very crucial and important, obviously, or your fresh oil would just drain out. So now we're gonna take our funnel and our fresh oil, we've got 9 quarts of this, and we're gonna pour it in. I won't make you guys watch all 9 quarts, but you get the gist. Take off the oil fill cap, put your funnel in there, and fill 9 quarts of oil in there. Okay, so now that we're done replacing the oil with new oil, cleaning up the fill area, and replacing the cap, now we're gonna do the last thing, which is reset the oil light. So basically what you wanna do is get in your Gladiator, close all the doors, put the vehicle, make sure it's in park. It should obviously be in park. And then what you're going to do is press the ignition to the run position, but not turn on the engine. So you're not like fully starting it, you're just like turning the accessories on. And then you're gonna depress or push in the gas pedal 3 times. And that should reset your oil warning light or oil refill light, whatever you wanna call it. So I'm in the Gladiator, close the door, and then you're gonna just want to just press your stop button and it'll like turn the accessories on, but not actually turn. Actually, that just wakes it up. I think you have to do it twice. So the second time kind of wakes up your accessories. So now you're gonna wanna just press your gas pedal 3 times. And that should do your oil light. All right, thank you for following along. That's done. We reset the light, so that's how you do the oil change on a 2021 Jeep Gladiator EcoDiesel. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment or DM me on my other socials. Please like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.